This ain't radio. You won't find it on the dial tone. This ain't radio. Hit the link to know what I'm on. This ain't radio. You know I'm finna talk my shit. This ain't radio. Go ahead, give it a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 267 of This Ain't Radio podcast with your host, Chris. Just Chris. And as y'all can see, I am by myself. Now, if you're a regular, you know why. And if you're not, let me just fill you in. John is taking a sabbatical. He needs some time to reflect, get his life together, live some life, experience some shit so he could come back fully energized and bring that energy back to the pod, all right? He'll be back when he's back. But until then, I'm holding it down. And since I'm holding it down, I'm bringing in some new segments, all right? One of the segments I'm bringing in is called Am I? All right, this is where I scour the internet, the dark web, the spider webs, all these webs, all different types of webs, the interwebs. And I find a story that I find interesting, and I read it, and I let the person know if they're a jerk, if they're an asshole, if they're weird, whatever it is. They're asking, am I? And I'm here to let them know if they are. All right, the next segment I'm introducing is called I'm Impacted. All right, that segment I'm going to be speaking about a song, an album, a movie, a TV show, some form of content that impacted my life in some way. All right, I'm going to be breaking all that down. But, excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. But before I get there, I want to talk to y'all real quick about the original intent of this show when I first started. Because I feel like it's grown and gone so many different ways. The original intent of this show, when I first thought of it, This Ain't Radio, in 2019, the original intent was to format it like a morning radio show. All right, where I would talk, play music, talk, play music, talk, play music, all that stuff, right? Kind of like the morning radio show. Funny that I called it This Ain't Radio, though, right? Because it's just, just being playful. But then from there, the first 90-something episodes like that, and then I had the homies on. They decided they were like, yeah, I'm down to be co-host. Then it kind of changed. Some left. Then it ended up just being me and John. And it's kind of grown into his own thing. But now I'm trying to grow it into something else by bringing in the segments, weekly segments. So it's like some consistency. You know what to expect. All right. And then, of course, at the end, I'll do my quick hits where I'm talking about things that are bothering me, things that are going on in the world, things of interest to me. But segments. And then the quick hits at the end, okay? Right, the first segment is, Am I? And the guy asks, am I the jerk? All right, so he wrote, am I the jerk for considering ending a friendship with benefit situation because my partner had drunk sex with another guy? Based off of the title, yes, you are the jerk. Just strictly based off the title, all right? Now, I haven't read this yet, so I don't know everything it says, but just strictly based off the title, you're the jerk. That's not how friends with benefits work. Friends with benefits is y'all do y'all don't have feelings, and y'all do what y'all want outside of when y'all do y'all thing. So yes, so far you're the jerk, my guy. But let's read further and let's assess the entire situation. Here we go. For the past few weeks, me, 45 male, and one of my friends, 40 female, have been in a friends with benefits situation. It is perfect for both of us because neither one of us wants a relationship and we are really attracted to each other. Everything was going great and the sex was amazing. So a few days ago, she called me to admit that she got drunk the night before and slept with another guy, somebody she just met. I was surprised, but not hurt. My friend, if you're not hurt, why are you writing this? Let's continue. Both of us are free to date and hook up with whoever we want. Clearly, that's what friends with benefits are. But we agreed if that happened, our friends with benefits situations would have to end. I don't think you're in a friends with benefits situation is a friends with benefits situation if those are the stipulations. It sounds like you guys are in a relationship but just don't want to call it that. She told me she regretted sleeping with him and she wanted to continue being friends with benefits. Smart. I told her I don't know because things kind of feel weird now. Why do they feel weird? Because she got bitches and you don't? Huh? Can you get other women? Or did this just happen to luckily fall into your lap? Can you get other women? I don't know. I told her I don't know because things kind of feel weird now. It's been a few days and we haven't hooked up since all this has happened. I'm not sure I know what to do. So am I the jerk for possibly wanting to end being friends with benefits? Yes, you are. Not just to her, but to yourself and all other men that wish they just had a friends with benefits situation going on. You have a good thing. If you lose me, oh yeah, then you lose a good thing. Yeah, you're going to lose a good thing, homie. You're 45 and you're single. You don't got a main squeeze. You don't got a whiz. You don't got a boo. But you have a friends with benefits and you in your feelings, even though you said you're not hurt. But clearly you are because you're bothered. Why did that bother you that she got bitches and you don't? It's because you can't get them. Right? That's fucked up. You actually sound like a hater. You sound like a hater, right? Because do you what is it? Do you think she a hoe now? Cause she having sex with strangers, huh? Huh? Or are you mad cause she got hoes? All right, cause women can have hoes too. All right, and I know this is double standard world we live in, but we got to get over that. Cause look, the difference between having hoes and being a hoe is a decision. Who decides when it happens? All right, if the woman is deciding when it happens and you're just an on-call ass dude, you the hoe. If a man is deciding and you just an on-call ass woman, you the hoe. It's all about who makes the decision that decides if you the hoe or you not the hoe. And it's fucked up world double standard we live in because even if you're not the hoe and you the woman and you making the decision on when it happens, how it happens, what goes down and who it happens with, the world just doesn't see it that way because the guy, no matter what, is going to think that, oh, he got the hoes. When you don't got the hoes, bro, you just got lucky that you were the one she decided on. But you don't got hoes. You the hoe. You the bitch. Sipping on tea. But yeah, but look, bruh. 45-year-old male. Don't fuck up the situation because you ain't got no bitches, all right? Just be the hoe. Because you sound like you the hoe. You the hoe, but you don't want a relationship, but you're really attracted to each other. No, you want a relationship because you upset. It's just that ain't your pussy. That ain't yours. That's hers. She gonna do what she want with it. All right? Because you sound like a hater. You got the hateration and the holleration and the dancery and you fucking up the dance. You fucking up the dance. Stop fucking up the dance. All right? Go back home. Reset your computer. Log back in. Come with the right mindset. Go win the game, homie. Go win the game. You had a good game going. And now you want to just take your ball and walk away because some other dude said he got next? And he won? Come on, bro. You're supposed to get back when it's your turn. Go lay that shit up. Come on, bro. You the jerk. But to everybody in the world that wants your situation, you a jerk. I know. You a jerk. I know. You a jerk. I know. Stop being a jerk. Get your shit right. Get your mind right. Reset, recoup, reevaluate. Do your thing. But you are the jerk, my friend. You are the jerk. Now, on to the next segment. called The Impact. So, the thing that impacted me, excuse me, that I am sharing with y'all today is 500 Days of Summer. I came across the movie at the perfect time. But before I get into all the details, let me give you the synopsis of what 500 Days of Summer is about. 500 Days of Summer is a romantic dramedy told through the non-linear narrative about Tom Hansen, a greeting card writer and hopeless romantic who falls for his coworker Summer Finn. The film explores their relationship over 500 days, showing the highs and the lows of love, expectation versus reality, and the pain of heartbreak. Importantly, it's not a traditional love story. It's about Tom's perspective and his journey of growth. Directed by Mark Webb, his feature film directorial debut, starring Zooey Deschanel as Summer Finn and Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Tom Hansen. So, why this means so much to me is because I low-key at the time had my own Summer and Tom situation, right? Where it's like, my expectations were this, but the reality was that. And then when reality hit me, I'm like Tom, just laying in bed, can't, just down and out, just depressed, down and out, right? You hurt my feelings, woman. You hurt my feelings. All right, you hurt my feelings. But that's because I had my expectations way over here, but the reality was here. So at the end of the day, is it my fault? Probably more than likely. But you know, I was young and dumb too. All right, I was new to like the seriousness of relationships, where I was like serious. All right, because before all that, it was just like whatever. All right, but look, some of the themes of the movie, right? It's expectation versus reality, right? So one of the most famous scenes in the movie is when it's like a literal split screen and Tom's expectations are on one side and the reality is on the other. So after the relationship with Summer had ended, right, a while has passed and they run across each other on a train because they're both going to an old co-worker's wedding. So right there, they kind of reconnect. You know, they're talking on the train right up there. They're having a good time, which was probably fucking with Tom's expectations again, right? Because they end up being each other's date to the wedding. They're dancing. They're having a good time. It kind of felt like what it was. During all that, Summer invites him to a party that she's throwing on her rooftop. So fast forward, he's headed to the party. When he gets to the door, the screen actually splits. One side says expectations, the other says reality. So his expectation is she opens the door, they embrace for a long time. He gives her a book that he was reading, and she loves it. The reality is she opened the door. They gave like the little quiet, awkward hug. He gave her the book, and she was just like, oh, thank you. Cut. Now, the next expectation was they're spending the whole time together at the party, enjoying their company. All right. Reality is they're not really sitting next to each other. They're having conversations, but they're not spending the time together that he expected. Then it gets cuts to reality, right? He's making himself a drink, a vodka lime, and then he looks up. He sees Summer talking to some other woman, but she's like this. So you know what this means, right? Engagement ring. And the whole time he didn't realize that she actually invited him to her engagement party. So that just hit him in the chest with a pound of bricks. Broke him again. So he runs up out of there, fucked up. Right? So that's kind of like the expectation versus reality thing. Cause like, so they said that the motive drives the whole film. How Tom's romanticized view of Summer doesn't align with who she actually is. The first couple times I saw the movie, I didn't realize, like, yo, Summer's a bitch. All right, she was so gung-ho on, I don't want a relationship, I don't want a relationship, but she was doing everything you do in a relationship. So, but she didn't put a title on it, or didn't want to put a title on it, so if it ends, she has a scapegoat, like, we were never in a relationship. What a bitch. But she's so likable in the movie also, until you cut back and realize, like, that. All right. And then they also said another theme of the movie is fate versus choice. So Tom believes in soulmates and destiny. Summer doesn't. Their contrasting beliefs highlight the randomness of love and how relationships aren't always meant to be. They aren't meant to be, right? But they're here for a reason and a season, and then they're gone, right? Maybe you get a relationship that's here to, show you something, so you're ready for the next thing. Even though, but it sucks though when you hope the one that's showing you something, you're hoping that's it. But when it's not it, you're fucked over until you meet the next one, and then you realize, like, oh, they were just showing me something, so I'm ready for this. And hopefully most people could see that. Hopefully most people leave relationships learning something, preparing them for the next one. Because if you in just relationships and serious relationships and you don't learn nothing, you are fucking up. You're missing something. And then one of the last themes is perspective and memory, right? The story is told from Tom's point of view, which makes Summer seem cold or confusing at times. But this bias shows how often people rewrite memories, focusing on the good parts at first, then later seeing the flaws. That happens all the time. You know how many times I've been in situations where I'm like, oh, this is the best shit ever. This is the best shit ever. And then when you look back, you're like, no, it wasn't the best shit ever. It was cool here, but then here it was like, this was some bullshit that I overlooked because I wanted more of that. So I would overlook this bullshit. Oh, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing because I wanted that. And yeah, man, that shit fucks me up. That shit fucked me up. That's why I'm thankful, because this movie, it was hard for me to, like, talk about what I was going through, because the shit be embarrassing sometimes, right? It may be just a me thing. So so it's like good finding something that resonates with you. So it was just perfect timing. And I swear to you, I watched this movie at least one time a day for like a month and a half. This was like my therapy, because it was so similar to like how I felt this movie. Like, I was like, fuck. It was the expectations versus reality. It was like, yeah, man, it's crazy. It was just so good. But yeah, but I also have some quotes that I love from this movie. So, one of the quotes is from Tom's younger sister, Rachel, played by Chloe Grace Moretz, great actress. So this was when they were at their parents' house, because Tom's sister is actually like his little sister, like AYSO, playing in the Saturday League's kid, but she has the knowledge. She has the knowledge, all right? So one of the quote was, they were playing Wii, and they were talking about Summer, and Tom's going on, oh, she's great. She likes the same things I like. We're so compatible, blah, blah, blah. And then she hits him with just because she likes the same bizarro crap you do doesn't mean she's your soulmate. Ain't that the truth, right? And if you think about it, the scales tip too far to one side if y'all too compatible. You need some balance. You need some yin and yang for in a relationship. That's just how I feel. Of course, you find someone that's just like you. It's good at first until you realize, like, fuck, they're just like me. And that's no bueno. Imagine me kicking it with another version of me. Sorry, I'm fucked up in this game, yo. Mm. Imagine me kicking it with another version of me. Yuck. That's nasty. I don't know how my friends deal with me. And here I am trying to chill with another me. Nah. All right, so this is Summer talking to Tom. After all the debacles happen, after she gets married, they see each other. She said, I woke up one morning and I just knew. And they're talking about how she knew that her now husband was the one. So I woke up one morning and I just knew. And Tom said, knew what? And then Summer said, what I was never sure of with you. Oh. It's a punch to the chest. It's like, fuck. Especially when you're the guy or girl who thought that person was the one. And then the whole time she just wasn't even sure if she loved you. Cold game, bruh. Cold game. Another one is Tom after the breakup. Just because she was the one doesn't mean I was. That's crazy, right? Because it's like, this girl's perfect. She is perfect. She's perfect for me. But why wasn't I for her? This is the shit that just like, you think of the worst shit when you're down on yourself. And it's like, fuck, you just beat yourself down more and more and more and more and more. But this movie was what I needed at that time. And it helped me bounce back, do my thing. The same way Tom bounced back, right? He was in bed for a while, right? But then that made him quit his bullshit ass job as a greeting card writer, made him focus on wanting to be an architect, right? He started drawing on his chalkboard wall again, right? Started going to interviews, and that's how he met Autumn at the end. Ironic, huh? Summer, then Autumn. The next season, the next reason. On to bigger and better things, player. But yeah, all right, 500 Days of Summer, man. That impacted me at the perfect time when I needed it, and it was there for me. And I love this movie. I still watch it a couple times a year at least. Yeah, man, I fucking love that movie. But before we get out of here, let me hit y'all with some quick hits. Canelo versus Crawford happened this past weekend. If I was a betting man, I would have bet on Canelo. I wanted him to win. I thought he was gonna win. Right? He fights at 168. That's his weight class. He has the experience. He's fought in I would say the better fighters. But no. Crawford came in and did his thing. He outclassed Canelo. He outboxed Canelo. He won fair and square. And you know they say, to beat the champion, you got to beat the champion. And no one has said he didn't beat the champion. He came in and did his thing. He outboxed him. He didn't beat him down. All right, it wasn't a beat down. It was just an outclass. It was just an outbox. And Canelo said it himself. He just couldn't figure him out. He has everything. So, man, look. Canelo's still my guy. I still think it was the Canelo era. Look, I'll concede that if they want to say Crawford is the best fighter of this era, I'm not going to argue that. But to say it was his era, it doesn't feel right because Canelo ran the era, right? Crawford did a lot, but Canelo did a lot, and the way Canelo did it defined the era. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So I'll take, if they want to say Crawford is the best fighter of the era, I'll accept that. But the way Canelo ran the era, I would say it's definitely his era more than it was Crawford's era. Even though Crawford might, I'll just say Crawford is the best fighter of the era. But it's weird how that works, but in my head it makes sense. All right, 'cause I don't want to take nothing away from Crawford, but I think what Canelo did and how he did it defined the era more than what Crawford did and how he did it. It's weird, but it's weird, but in my head it makes sense. All right. And then my last quick hit. AMC, I love you. All right. AMC, you're my movie theater. You're my go-to movie theater. All right. All right. We really have to fix this line situation. Okay. I pay $28 a month. All right. To be an A-lister, which means I have priorities. I have perks. Okay. All right. First of all, you raise the prices and you fucked us over by saying, hey, now instead of 3 movies a week, you can see 4. Who the fuck is going to do that? Not many people are going to see 4 movies. So you kind of were, I know you already mean, let's just give them another one. Our data shows that people only maybe watch 1 movie a week anyways, or maybe 2 movies a month. Okay, people watch 2 movies a month, so giving the extra one, we're not losing anything, all right, which is bullshit, all right? If you really wanted to help us out, you would have said, okay, now you can watch at least 2 movies a day. That would have helped us, because people aren't going to watch 4 movies a week, but people would probably fuck around and watch 2 movies in a day, all right? Like, I would definitely watch 2 movies in a day, probably more often than I would watch 4 movies in a week. Or I'm just saying. So you fucked us on that, because I'm not stupid. I saw right through it as soon as y'all said that shit. I was like, oh, they ran the oopty-wop on us. And y'all charging more for the AMC pass in LA and New York than you are in like these middle America fucking states. Why is that? That's haterism and holleration and just dancery. That's weak shit. That is weak shit. But my real gripe is how y'all run the concession stand. Y'all don't run it right, all right? There's 2 lines. There's a priority line. There's a regular people line, all right? I gave up the regular people line a few years ago when I decided to go priority line, all right? But y'all don't treat us. Y'all don't treat me like a priority. Y'all got the whole fucking situation fucked up, and it's so easy to get right. Y'all just refuse to get it right. All right, so let me break it down for y'all. All right? If there's 1 person working concessions, all right, then there's 2 lines. 2 priority people, 1 regular, all right? It's not about equal, it's about fair. We pay for the priority, 2 people first, 1 regular line after. Then back to 2 people, then 1 regular. Now, if there's 2 people working, all right, 1 priority line, the other person splits regular priority. All right, it's not about equal, it's about fair. We pay for priority, we deserve priority. If there's 3 people working, 2 priority people, 1 regular. 1 regular. All right, if there's 4 people working in the concessions, 2 priority, 1 regular, 1 splitting between regular and priority, all right? That's the only way it makes sense. And y'all don't do it like that. And y'all just try to split us equally like the A-list priority line don't mean nothing, bro. I give y'all $28 a month whether I go to the movies or not. I want to be treated as such. Make me a priority, all right? Make me feel like a priority, all right? I'm paying to be a priority. Make me a priority. Please, let's get it right. It's not hard. Y'all just don't think. And how come at my last gripe, where the fuck are the managers ain't never out and about at the movie theater. They just tucked away. Whenever we complain, a fake ass bullshit ass manager be hopping up like, no, where is the manager? I'm convinced the AMC don't even have managers. I'm convinced they're just robots that just train these people. Because y'all ain't even the best at concessions, all right? I just fuck with y'all because y'all have the best recliner seats in my area. But let's get y'all shit together, yo. Y'all need to be better than that. All right? Because I give y'all my good money every month. Like clockwork. Okay? Auto pay. Y'all take my dip. Y'all take my chips. Y'all take my pesos. Y'all take my guala. My ends. Y'all take all that, no questions asked, but I have to be even split line when I'm paying to have priority. Come on, let's get it right. Let's get it right. Get it tight. All right, but I fuck with y'all. All right, I fuck with y'all. But look, my people, that's it, yo. That's episode 276. This Ain't Radio podcast with your host Chris, just Chris. And until next week, y'all. Peace.